I got that wolf dog in me today, baby. Hell yeah. You see this drip I'm wearing right now? Welcome back to the Objectively Bad podcast. That was the worst start I think we've ever had. I'm so sorry.
I don't want to do this anymore, man.
I haven't howled like a wolf, thank God, in a long time since I was a kid. So I wasn't sure.
Good.
I wasn't sure I was gonna hit it. But as you can see, if you're watching the video podcast, I got a lovely alpha male shirt on here.
Can you stand up for us? For all the people watching on YouTube? Or at least, back up. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's... Dan, is the fedora just on the way still, or what?
I want to get a full fit, but this is all I have so far. Because
okay, you're getting there.
I went to a upper market flea market in Melbourne. It's the Fitzroy Markets. If you're in Melbourne, you'll know it. Just to buy some stuff for my friends. Got a nice jean jacket, got another jacket, and then I'm not gonna lie, we found probably about 8 different wolf shirts. Like there are a lot of these, but this one was it's extra large, good size, fit. And I was like, I have to buy this. There's no way I can leave without taking this home with me.
How much money did you spend on this?
This was 45 Australian dollars.
That's not terrible.
It's not great. Definitely overpriced, but at the same time,
but not like insanely priced.
This is also priceless. Like there was a white T-shirt with just the Tide logo on it, which is really funny, and it was $110.
What?
Yeah. So upper market flea market, there were like some shirts that were like $300. It was ridiculous.
Wow.
But I tried to. I called my parents the other day and tried to explain to them why this shirt is like funny and not just cool. Because my mom was like, "Oh, that's a cool shirt you have there." I'm like,
she's never gonna get that.
I'm like, it is, but like,
bless her heart.
It's ironic. It's just even I can't really explain why this shirt specifically is so
much
funny.
To explain.
There's so much lore behind like the alpha male, like the shirt of like the wolf like ripping open, like the man ripping open the skin, and the wolf comes out. It's just so good, man. I love it.
It's just like I feel like the quickest way is like it's just synonymous with incels, but then you have to explain, or like neckbeards, I guess, not incels.
Yeah.
Then you have to explain what a neckbeard is, and it's just there's just so much that is like culturally like millennials / like Gen Z that just aren't Gen X and Boomer. That it's like there's like content upon content. It's like when you read a comic book and you're going through it and someone says a line of dialogue, there's a little asterisk and it's like, see this issue because it's referencing something in a different issue. Then you go read that issue and there's 3 more different points of like asterisks. And all of a sudden you're like, I just have to read everything. I feel like it's like that.
Yeah, no, that's like my, with like the new, we're getting into a rant here, but within the new sort of brain rot to meme era, one thing I've said about it that feels very different to like the older meme culture, I guess, is that everything is so ridiculously interconnected. Like, it feels like every meme is connected with the other, like, continuously. I know because a lot of the phrases and stuff come from, like, the streamer culture, like the American streamers, like Kyson at Speed. So a lot of those people make stuff up. But, like, yeah, it's all... You kind of got to know all of it to know any of it. Whereas like back in the day, you could like Uganda Knuckles was just Uganda Knuckles, and you were good.
There's nothing else to it.
You understood it. Or like the troll face.
It's also
easy.
Yeah.
Whereas nowadays, I feel like too much shit.
I feel like it's also back in the day. I don't know.
Back in my day.
Back in my day. Yeah. Imagine I was holding a cane there and I was things kind of made somewhat amount of sense. Like you could infer what something means or like there could be context. I feel like a lot of shit nowadays is like, oh, what does this mean? There's no context for this.
Also,
like,
a lot of memes back in the day were usually like image with text or like video, whereas now it's just either like an image by itself or like a one-word phrase, and you just have to understand what that means. Obviously, there's some... honestly, I cannot think of the last new meme that was like text, image, text. Like, it doesn't happen anymore. That format's like dead.
The format is gone. I mean, it feels like outdated at this point.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And then otherwise, you just have images or like phrases.
The other thing is image-based social media is kind of dead at this point because Instagram used to be mostly just images, and then you could do videos, but like their formatting wasn't great. TikTok came out, and everyone's like, it's all about short form content.
Yeah, no, you make a good point.
You don't like if you follow people, they'll post images. Meme accounts are rarely posting images these days on Instagram. I get almost nothing but reels on the occasion that I'm on Instagram.
I mean, the best place to find that, and you're obviously not on these apps, is like Twitter and Reddit. Obviously,
I'm on Reddit, but yeah.
You're on Reddit, but I guess Reddit's one of those things where you have to be subscribed, or you have to be following the right communities.
Yeah.
Because Reddit also just has like a lot of like actual like news and like regular content.
Yeah.
And then Twitter's just Twitter.
Twitter's Twitter. Well, Twitter I also think has slowly been going towards video format. I was finding I was having a hard issue. I'd sit on Twitter at work. I would also be on Aux, so I couldn't play videos out loud.
Yep.
And I'm scrolling and it's like video, tweet, video, tweet. Like,
let me test that theory.
It's a bunch of go for the theory. I might be
Twitter.
wrong. It might be.
Okay, so I'm on Twitter right now. So image.
Okay.
Ad. I'm not going to count the ad. Image.
Yeah. Okay.
Image.
Okay.
Video.
Oh.
So 4 images, then a video, then a video, then a video,
tweets.
then a video.
Yep.
Then an image, then a retweet of an image, then a video, then a video, then a tweet.
Yep.
So in like what was that? 15?
First tweet.
15 things we get our first actual just like text tweet. Otherwise it's like all videos, yeah.
And that's another reason I stopped liking Twitter is like I liked funny people tweeting their thoughts.
Now it's just funny people retweeting or reposting the same thing that was reposted a week ago on a different account.
Yeah. It's so sad. Instagram used to just be screenshots of tweets. And now Twitter is just reposting TikToks.
And Instagram Reels.
It's a circle of life.
Yeah, baby.
Instagram Reels.
I feel like we need another good like image-based. Because like, even on Instagram now, if you go on someone's account, I think they changed it where their homepage is now videos and not like images. Like Reels show up on like the homepage for like profiles now. Whereas they do have their own section, but they also show up with the images. So if you're trying to scroll through someone's profile, you get both. Whereas I feel like it should be separated more, but oh well.
It should be, yeah. But some of these people do nothing but Reels.
Yeah,
especially again, like people who are making content, not just like the average everyday person. That's the other thing is Instagram felt like it was mostly the average everyday person, kind of like Facebook. For a while, maybe not. I mean, you'd get like celebrities on there, but they'd be posting stuff. Whereas like, if I'm going through my own homepage, it's mostly just people I follow, which is just people I know.
That's why on my,
and it's all pictures.
Yeah, on my personal
and then you
Instagram,
go into the explore page.
I don't follow anyone except people I know in real life.
Yeah, I've mostly cut that. I need to cut some more people and literally just make it like just people I know.
On my like YouTube, Instagram, I follow YouTubers and stuff because obviously it makes sense. But yeah, personal Instagram, keep it to people. I don't understand the people who just follow like random celebrities and shit. I
did it for like news. Like I follow like Liverpool or like I follow like sports teams or like bands because that was how I would get my news about like.
Fair. I don't even do that. I guess because I have 2 Instagram accounts, I just don't even do that anymore. I do all that stuff on my YouTube one, and then personal account is literally just people I know.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I said that I was using that for like news. I haven't really been on Instagram a whole lot, so I'm really just not on a whole lot of social media nowadays.
Yeah.
Ed, you had to tell me that Mohamed Salah re-signed his contract because I didn't know.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 days ago.
It was like 3 days ago. I think I checked like 4 days ago.
Yeah, so, I think most of my news is either TikTok, mainly Dylan Page, shout out News Daddy. YouTube, you sometimes get like 2 or 3 rows on your homepage, like under the top row, there'll be like a news aisle usually. I don't know if you get that on my TV, at least there's like a news aisle 2 or 3 down. I don't watch the videos, but I'll just see the headlines. And then like, I guess Twitter.
Yeah.
But like Twitter news isn't news. It's like, oh, this celebrity did some shit. Cool, dude.
I usually just talk to enough people that they give me the news and then I go look it up myself.
Yeah, like did you see LeBron James has his own Barbie doll?
Does he really?
Yep. He's part of the new Ken catalog. It's just LeBron.
Good for him.
And people are upset you can't undress him. Like you can't make him naked at least. I don't know if you can get him to his underwear or whatnot.
What if he like what if they actually put like a LeBron like penis in there?
What if it's accurate?
What if it's accurate? Anyways, before we started, I was like, I got a thing to start us off, and then we'll go into actual topics. Your wolf shirt beat mine. I was just gonna say I have a weird bagel combination that I eat.
I mean, go for it. I'm not gonna stop you.
Well, so you told me you just had like a bacon, egg, and cheese.
No, just bacon and egg, no cheese. I'm not a cheese guy.
Oh, okay. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Also, egg and cheese? What the fuck? No, ew.
It's good. You haven't had that at, like McDonald's?
Oh, yeah, like that, yeah, but I don't know,
Yeah,
with the way I do my steak, it's not like with the way I cook, I feel like it'd be weird. Not melted cheese. I don't know.
No, that's fair. Anyways, all right, so here's the deal. There's a bagel shop near where I live that I like.
Bagel.
And Brita. And I get like bacon, egg, and cheese. I get like that, or I think it's bacon, egg, cheese, avocado sometimes.
Oh, you're one of
And then I
those
do-
hipsters. You disgust me, you LA scum, Melbourne scum. They do it here as well.
The woke mob.
Dude, I do not get
like avocado. It
avocado
tastes good.
toast. I do not.
Oh, I don't eat that. Anyways, I didn't get to the bad part. So I
No,
do a
you did.
jalapeno cream cheese,
Okay, that's fine.
which is good. Here's where I get flamed. Blueberry bagel.
Like the bagel has blueberries in it.
Like it's blueberry flavored. Have you not had a blueberry bagel?
I don't think I've had a bagel ever in general.
Okay, never mind. That's more interesting than my take.
What is unless
Yeah,
you
it's
just
a blueberry. You ever
Wait,
had a blueberry muffin?
yeah.
It's like that, but a bagel.
With what else is in it again? Jalapeno cream cheese, egg.
Yeah, that's the weird one.
What the? I mean,
Yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. Everyone's like, why would you get a sweet bagel with a spicy
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
thing? Fuck off. I don't know. It tastes good. I like it.
I feel like I'd rather just
No
get
one's agreed with me yet.
I feel like I'd rather just get the bagel by itself and then get a blueberry muffin. Or like something sweet next to it.
I don't know. I like it.
I understand the thought of having something sweet after something like spicy or whatever, but like not at the same. I don't
Here's
want like.
the deal. I don't think the jalapeno cream cheese is spicy.
No, I wouldn't think
Is
it's
the
that bad
thing,
either.
which is why it works. If it was actually spicy, it would be weird. But it's like,
Yeah,
it's like a little bit.
I mean, like
It has more flavor than it has spice.
I don't know if this is weird, but like I didn't think it was weird until I had McDonald's with some friends a few years ago, and they were dying laughing at me because like I don't do it all the time, but like relatively often, like when I get my double cheeseburger, the big cheese, I like dipping it in sweet and sour sauce.
I'm fine with that.
I think
It's
it
a
tastes
little
great.
like, it's a little unique. I've never tried it, but like, yeah, that's fine.
You don't do it every bite, but like once you take that first big bite and you've like the two like sides that come up, they're a bit like pointy. You dip that into the sweet and sour sauce. It's fucking
That
great.
doesn't sound bad.
It's
That
really
sounds
good, man. I guess like what other weird food combos did I used to eat? I know when I was younger, I used to love tomato sauce.
I mean, you eat dry cereal.
Well, yeah, that's not the weirdest thing though. It's not like I'm adding something weird. I'm just taking away something, which is, whatever.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I've also met like a lot more people that do that nowadays. Like
I'm actually fine with that because like the cereal's good enough.
Exactly.
Unless you get a really bland ass cereal, but that's
you got to get cereal that like tastes sweet. That's why like I have like Fruit Loops, which is great.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
when
just
I
a
was
snack at
younger,
that point.
I used to love tomato sauce. I still do, but like I would have it with like
Okay.
everything. So like I'd have carrots with tomato sauce. I'd have mashed potatoes with tomato sauce.
Carrots I was fine with.
Mashed potatoes with tomato sauce, pretty good.
Mashed potatoes are good on their own though. They don't.
No, they are. And I like them by themselves
yeah.
now, or like with gravy.
Yeah,
but like the tomato sauce,
How
I used
thick
to like
is this
it.
tomato sauce? Like, is it watery or is it on the thicker side? Between watery and ketchup.
Tomato
ketchup.
sauce is ketchup. That's what I mean.
Oh, I forgot you'd say weird shit.
Yeah, basically, I think
you did. Okay,
I think
ketchup with carrots. I actually think I did as a kid as well.
Yeah. I think I don't mean like tomato. Like you open the crack open the can like you're making pasta.
I thought you were talking like a marinara sauce.
No. I mean,
Oh.
so apparently, tomato sauce and ketchup are technically different things in Australia, but they're close enough that.
Okay. Well, okay. Let's say ketchup. Sure. You can say
Basically
whatever you
ketchup.
want.
Basically ketchup
I know
with
what you mean.
potatoes and carrots and pretty much anything like steak. When I was younger, I'd have tomato sauce with. Like,
See,
love
the
that
thing
shit.
is, is like fries with ketchup. That makes sense. They go very well together. It's a staple.
Yeah.
And then you do like mashed potatoes, and it feels weird, but at the same time, it should taste good.
It tastes fine. Like,
The only thing
I don't
that's
do
different
it.
is texture.
I don't do it anymore. Also, I don't know if this makes a difference, but when I was younger, my mom used to, instead of just like regular mashed potatoes, more often than not, it would be mashed potatoes and sweet potato together in a mash.
Oh, okay.
And then I'd put
That's kinda
ketchup
cool.
with that. So that was pretty nice.
I'm okay with that. The texture is just weird to add like ketchup to,
well,
but
no,
like taste wise, it should be fine.
You add the ketchup and then you like mash it up a bit as well. It just adds a little bit of sweetness to it. I don't know. It's nice. I can't think of much else. Like, I was a picky eater more than anything when I was younger. So like, if anything, I'd want less of stuff. Like, I to this day cannot stand cauliflower. I think it's the worst vegetable by
I love cauliflower.
fucking far. It's so bland and dry.
Here's the deal: have you cooked it right? Because this is my gripe.
Well,
with
I'm
people
taking
that
it
say
from
they
my
don't like
mum's cooking.
vegetables. That's
So
fair.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna say anything about her cooking. I bet it's lovely.
Like, I've had it from my mum. I've
don't
had
know
it
if
from
I've had it.
other families. I've had it from restaurants. Not once have I ever liked cauliflower. I hate the texture of it. It's just, I do not like it.
Okay, maybe I'll get you. See, here's the deal. People like to shit on Brussels sprouts, and I think Brussels sprouts just got a bad rap one of these days.
Probably.
And I don't really know why. I love Brussels sprouts.
I haven't had one.
And
Couldn't tell you.
You just like, you drench them in like olive oil and some seasoning, and you throw them in the oven, and they taste great.
Yeah.
Oh, you could put fucking Parmesan cheese on it too.
That's the thing with food. I'm sure you can make any food probably taste good if you just cook it in a certain way or to your palate. Like, I don't know. I can't. What do you think is the worst food you've had? Like, or like not a food that's like actively disgusting. Like you just ate fucking raw fish, not the salmon, or like raw shit fish or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, what's the worst thing
anchovies.
you've had that like is supposed to be good or like fine, but you just couldn't stand it? Because for me, I think it might be cauliflower.
God. Really?
Or actually, no, I do have maybe a hot take.
Okay.
Possibly. I've only had this once in my life. It was for Christmas Eve, and I had food poisoning after. I don't know if this specifically caused it, because my whole family ate it, and I was the only one that got food poisoned, but I definitely got food poisoning. I hated a duck.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something really standard. You probably just got a bad part of the duck or something like that. Or like your duck was undercooked. I like duck. I especially like it when it's like crispy duck. I don't know why in Germany that's like whenever you order duck, that's all they like.
It's only
It's
crispy.
the only way they make it.
Interesting.
Or it's just like it's like a specific style that they tend to cook it in. And then I've come back to the States and I've ordered duck and it's like not the same. I don't know if they just got better ducks over there.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. You probably just got like undercooked duck.
The thing is, my whole family ate it. It was like a duck my mom cooked for
Was
Christmas.
it the same duck?
Yeah. So I don't know what happened, but like even just eating it, I was like, this like is making me feel bad.
Oh, weird.
I was like, this is I don't like this.
Trying to think. I get flamed because I don't like watermelon and corn, and I'm American.
Whoa, not together. I'm assuming just individually.
I just individually I don't care.
Wow,
for them.
really?
Look, corn is fine.
Corn I used to not like very much, but now I like a lot.
I've grown on corn. It's like someone was like, I used to have like corn on the cob. My parents cooked all the time, and I never liked it, and so I like
Same.
never really took it. And then someone was like, "Well, try it," and I was like, "Well, I don't want to." They're like, "What if I put a shitload of butter and salt on it?" I was like, "Yeah, okay." And it's like, okay, well, butter and salt taste good.
Yeah.
And corn doesn't have that strong.
You
flavor.
made uncooked popcorn, basically.
Pretty much. I mean, again, it goes with a lot of vegetables. A lot of them don't have that strong of a flavor. Just season them correctly and they taste good.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people just like steam broccoli. That sucks.
I think that's why I hated broccoli when I was younger, because that's what my mum did most of the time. And I started cooking it for myself and just doused it with salt until it was like a pool, like until it was a Red Sea. And I was like, this is good now. I like this.
Yeah, exactly. Just use seasoning. Watermelon.
Hey, we're white.
I don't know,
You
it
can't,
just doesn't.
you can't blame us.
Yeah, you can't blame. I mean, everyone should be seasoning.
Yeah, but white people notoriously do not know how.
That's true. That is true. I don't know. Watermelon just doesn't do it for me. I just don't like that it's just mostly a water taste.
I mean, I don't think watermelon is the god fruit that a lot of other people think it is, and I'll only have it maybe like once a year, honestly. I'll never buy it for myself. Oh, actually, Sometimes there's like these plastic cartridges in Woolworths where you can like, there's like the cubed ones. I'll sometimes get those.
Yeah.
Watermelon's a weird one though. I feel like watermelon, pineapple, and banana for me, it really depends on like the piece you get. Because you can get a piece of watermelon that's amazing and like juicy and lovely, and you can get a piece that's really shit. So it's sort of...
That's fair.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I get that. I mean, a lot of fruits like that.
Yeah, I mean, for me,
That's
apples
fair.
are just consistently always pretty good. That's why they're my favorite.
Yeah. I don't eat apples often. I eat a banana every day. That's my breakfast, like banana and yogurt.
Yeah, I have a weird take on bananas. I think I've told you before. I only like them after they've started to get like brown spots on the outside skin.
I'm actually not mad about that.
Okay. I like them past being ripe. Basically, I think pretty much.
My girlfriend's mom is colorblind, so she would often buy too green of bananas because she couldn't tell.
Yeah, nice.
So my girlfriend has a hard time eating anything but like green bananas, or like if there's brown spots on it, I look at her and I'm like, those are mine, aren't they? She's like, yeah, she'll eat it. It's not like she'll just let them go bad, but she's like, I would really prefer them to be like,
for me,
just starting.
It's like if I don't see brown spots on them, I don't want to eat it. Because like
That's
I don't
fair.
know, I don't know
with that.
I don't know what it is about the taste. It's like not sweet enough or something that it just tastes disgusting to me. I do not know why. Even like I've tried like making smoothies with like bananas that are not to that point yet, and even the smoothies like taste worse, like significantly worse. And I don't know what the fuck it is.
More bitter, I feel.
Yeah, I think that must be what it is because I just
more bitter.
can't stand it. But obviously the issue with me liking bananas past that point is that I have to wait for them to get to that point, and then once they hit that point, I have like a short window
before they
go too bad.
You gotta eat all of them.
So there've been multiple times where I buy like 5 bananas and they get brown, and I'm like, oh shit, I have to eat 3 bananas in I have to eat 5 in 2 days, and I don't do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I need to watch that.
Yeah, I've been told I'm weird because I just fully peel the banana
before
I
eating
start
it.
eating it.
That is weird.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even think my family does that. I just do that, and everyone looks at me. They're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's easier. I don't have to."
Wait, so you hold the banana raw in your hand?
Yeah.
Your hand? Do you not have to like wash it afterwards? It does not feel weird.
No, it's a fucking banana. It's not.
But
that
like
bad.
the skin like sticks to you, and like you get like bits on you and shit.
Like a tiny amount, maybe. But it's not really that bad.
I see. I have this thing.
You like kind of like smack your like leg and just kind of.
Yeah, no, I have a thing with my
the little
hands.
bits
I don't
off.
like touching like certain parts of like foods and stuff with my hands. Like it makes me feel like uncomfortable. Like bananas specifically, fuck that. Like when same with like eggs or whatever. You know, like when you crack eggs when you're making whatever the fuck you're making, between every egg, like I don't do it anymore, but for like the longest time, between every crack, I'd have to like clean my hands with water and do the next one.
I kind of get that.
Because I'm like, same with bananas. Like if I'm like chopping up the banana into like slices into a smoothie, it's like I gotta wash my hands after this like badly. I can't just like wipe it off. Makes me feel like shit. I don't know. That's why I hated doing dishes for so long. Because like the food, I don't need to explain it. There'll be people that understand me.
I get it. Anyways, we have actual topics to talk about today.
Yeah.
We got a good like
stop howling.
Oh, by the way, when you howled, Discord didn't pick it up because it was too loud. Or too unhuman-like.
I think it was also aiming away from the microphone, which didn't help.
True, but all I saw was you just like look up with your hands covered, and I was like, I know what he's doing.
Oh.
I got like half of that.
Lovely. So glad.
Discord's pretty good / bad about muting.
Yeah, I got a limiter on as well. All right, let's stop making animal sounds. Topic for today, Chattiest Minimus.
Yes, that's the name we decided on.
Yeah, I think we change your name every episode. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It was Jeremy for a bit, which...
Jeremy, yeah.
Call me whatever you want.
Chet.
There you go. Fuck. God, I don't... No, okay. So the topic today, we're kind of... almost kind of continuing from our Nintendo topic is... Here's the question for you, Dan.
All right,
Are
lay it at me.
Are AAA games dying? And I'm going to preface this with, I think we've talked about like a lot of people are real skeptical about some of these Nintendo games being $80. including a game that has already come out for $70 on the console it was made for, being Tears of the Kingdom.
Yep.
I already think that some like $60 games shouldn't even be that much.
Well, to add to that, I don't know if you saw this because you don't look at the news anymore. Fucking social media, phobe, whatever. So The Last of Us is very notorious for having a bunch of remakes. Like every console they get a new remake, and they recently, or they're coming out with a new version of it, which is like The Last of Us Collection, which is the first game and the second game, the most like up-to-date remastered versions of them for PS5, PC, I believe. But they're in like one package, both the games in one package, and it's costing $90.
Really? Okay, I did see that they're doing that because I happened to be on the PlayStation Store today. I did not know that they're releasing those two games for $90. That's insane. One of those games is over a decade old.
Yep, which like, and people are saying like, hey, $90, which means they're both like, what is that, 45 each? I'm like, yeah, but they've also...
It's not horrible.
It's not horrible. Like, if you've never played them before, it's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
most people have.
Most people have, and also, I think I don't want to say something that may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure when I was on Twitter looking at this, there are people replying saying like, hey, if you go to like Amazon or your regular store, you can buy both the most up-to-date versions of these games individually for less than that. Like, yeah,
I'm not surprised by that.
Let me.
Okay, so you look it up. I'm gonna say something. Sony, which I actually like, or at least for a while, I don't know if they're still kind of doing it. A lot of their exclusive single-player games would be out for like a year, and then after that, they're almost on like a permanent sale. Like I remember, like Uncharted 4 was always like $20 after like the first year or two. The first God of War game was always cheap. Spider-Man kind of got cheaper. Horizon got like all of them got cheap because it's like it's a single player game. No one's playing multiplayer. If they didn't really want it when it came out, when they're willing to pay $60 for it, they probably don't want to pay $60 for it, you know, a year or two later. So they put it on sale and honestly put on like a permanent, like it just is a cheaper game. You know, Steam is constantly doing sales. Like it's almost like I don't want to say it's almost stupid to buy something full price, but like oftentimes if you don't need to wait for like the, you know, if you don't want to wait for the time period of it coming out, like you can get it for cheap.
So I just looked up and I was incorrect, and I believe this is correct because it's a PlayStation Store. It's not 90 USD, it's 99.99 USD.
Nice.
So $100 for two games that have already been remastered and been out for a long time. And just to let you know, The Last of Us 1, like you said, has been out for literally about a decade now. And yes, I know the remastered version is better. I've played it. It is definitely better than the original, for sure. But I don't think it's that much better that we should still be paying close to full price this much later. And I looked on Amazon, and I'm sure you can find this cheaper on other websites or maybe in-person stores like a game... What's the big game store in America?
GameStop?
GameStop.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can find it cheaper, but on Amazon, I see The Last of Us Part 1 for PS5 for $57. So if we assume Part 2 is the same, that's only about $10 more expensive.
Yeah.
15 more expensive. So like, yeah, I don't know, man.
That's crazy.
Again, if you've never played the games before, it's not an awful deal. Like, I'm not going to say it's terrible by any means, but it's definitely
they're good
like
games.
They're very good games. Like, they're both Game of the Year winners. They're incredible stories, but it's just it's so much money for no fucking reason. It's my same complaint with like Skyrim on the Switch. It's like it doesn't still need to be $60. Like we've all bought it 10 times by now. Can you give us some fucking discounts, please?
Yeah, you should get a code every time you buy a new Skyrim, and they should be able to stack. So it's like $10 off every single time until you've bought it 6 times, and it's just free on whatever console. Well, because you've spent, oh god, I don't know, like $200.
Yeah, well, this is
$160.
There've been a lot of conversations recently about like ownership of digital products, and then like a lot of companies have come out and said like, was it Ubisoft? I think it was Ubisoft that made a crazy statement the other day. I don't know if you saw it.
No, Ubisoft would never say something wild.
I think they basically come out and said that buying a digital product does not mean you own it. I think they like verbatim said that. I want to see if I can find it.
Damn.
Because I saw it and I was like, there's no fucking way. I was like, what is going on? Like, Ubisoft are a shitty company in general. But I actually like saying this like directly is nuts. There's an article here. I'm trying to find it. Okay, but I don't have the exact quote, but as reported, Ubisoft is standing 10 toes down in their belief that you don't own your games. I think the Ubisoft executive, I think this came from him in an interview, basically said, you don't own your games when you buy them. You need to treat it like a subscription service.
No.
We can take it away from you at any point and you may have to buy it again. They basically say shit like that, which is crazy.
Well, it's insane because it's not marketed as a subscription service. It is marketed as you buying a game.
Yep. And I think like subscription services can be amazing. Again, I'm a big fan of MMOs and a lot of them pretty much all of them run on subscription services, and they can be a great way to pay for games because for a game like RuneScape, if you only want to play for 2 months of the year, you can play for 2 months of the year with a subscription and not have to worry about like a big upfront cost. Now, obviously that stacks up over time, whatever, different conversation.
Sure.
But like a regular game
are also good for a game when you're constantly updating it and giving like a lot of service to it rather than, I don't know, an Assassin's Creed game that gets, maybe a couple bug updates and then that's it because it's a fucking single player game.
Yeah. Like RuneScape, for example, gets like, I don't know how often the updates are, but let's say weekly patches and then like 4 times a year, like big updates or whatever. For literally decades at this point, RuneScape's been out since 1999. Having a subscription service, because you're basically getting a new game or a new expansion every year or so, I think that's worth it completely. Like, would you pay, if there was like, you love Uncharted, right? If there was a new Uncharted game every single year at the same quality as Uncharted 4, would you be buying it every year, do you think?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Exactly. And like, that makes sense.
It's so good.
Nowadays in gaming, we're getting stuff like the new Assassin's Creed or other examples that you have to
Other examples of games
that you have to pay a lot of money for, possibly pay for upgrades on, depending on the games, because there are some games out there that will make you pay more for like access to different areas of the game. Like obviously Call of Duty, like even stuff like battle passes and all that.
We can talk about, I can bitch about Call of Duty if you want.
Yeah. Or like, Well, the last example I have.
We'll get into that in a second.
This is a positive example because I actually really enjoy it. But Bloons Tower Defense 6.
Yeah.
There's a new game mode that came out a few months ago called Legends, which is really fun. It was a roguelike. So you basically spawn on a map and you go on different tiles. You can get a balloon tile, which is you play a round of balloons on a random map, random amount of rounds and everything. You complete that. You go to a chest. You can get power-ups. You can get different monkeys in your party. Really fun, but it cost in Australian dollars like $15 to get that upgrade on top of the regular game, which is already like 10. I think it was worth it personally. It was really fun, but it is just another example of like games adding a feature to a game you've already paid for and then asking, hey, you need to pay for this again.
Yeah, it sucks. My Call of Duty rant is I downloaded Call of Duty and it took so long and it still didn't give me Call of Duty because I downloaded it last night. It was like a 3-hour download. I'm like, fine. It's a big ass download. It's Call of Duty.
200 gigs.
It ended up being 200 gigs total. It was probably like, I don't even know, man. I don't know at this point. I feel like the numbers were off. I turned my PlayStation on sleep, so it should still be downloading. No issues. Power didn't go out. Nothing. I start up my PlayStation like, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half before I was going to play games with you guys. And I get there and it goes, oh, it's updating a file. And I'm like, huh? And it's like, you have 2 more hours. And I'm like, what? And then I get on, this is 177 gigabytes later, and Warzone still isn't downloaded yet.
Yep, they've just downloaded the Call of Duty hub.
They've downloaded the Call of Duty hub, which is apparently 177 gigabytes. And I'm like, okay, do I have because I haven't bought the most recent Call of Duty. I haven't bought a Call of Duty in a couple years. So I was like, okay, maybe it downloaded some of my old games or something. No, it didn't download anything. It downloaded like the Call of Duty engine probably.
Yeah.
But like, I couldn't do anything with that. I still had to then wait another like 30 minutes to download Warzone.
Yeah, that's another topic we can get into. Our game's getting too big.
Yeah.
I know Call of Duty has a lot of bloatware. Like, it does not need to be 200 gigs to play Warzone. It's ridiculous.
It's bad. But kind of going back to like our AAA games dying, the reason I asked this question is because we're finding like a lot of people complaining about prices. A lot of people going, it's going to cost me $500 just to play Mario Kart. And then we've had comments where like, it used to be that you could buy a Switch and have 5 or 6 games and it costs you $600.
Yep.
Now it's going to cost you like $800 or $900 to have 5 or 6 games on a Switch.
Yep.
Because the Switch has gotten more expensive and the games have gotten more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and like,
I was going to say a great example is comparing the Switch to the old DS. Now, obviously taking inflation into account, blah, 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 whatever. I think when I bought my DS2 or DSi back in the day, it was like Australian dollars, like 200 or 300. Whereas like this new Switch is going to be about 800 Australian. And DS games back in the day, I think to get like a Pokemon game, it was literally about $20, $20 to $30 for DS. So you could get a DS2 and probably upwards of 30 games for the same price as a Switch and Mario Kart today. Now, there's the argument the games are high quality now. I don't even know if I agree with that because I think the size of the game does not represent quality. Like the new Pokemon games are bigger. They are not better than the old Pokemon games by any means whatsoever. Yeah, it is insane. Like obviously again, inflation, I'd expect the Switch to be more expensive than the DS, but it shouldn't be this expensive. It should be like, I don't know, if a PS5 is say 800 US or 700 US on release, the Switch should be like 450 max.
Yeah. And I think it was 500 it was 500 for the one with the disc drive, 400 for a digital. The Switch is 450, so it's in between the two. Now it's coming out, Switch 2 is coming out after the PS5, but like it's putting itself on the mainstay, on like in the same platform as the Xbox and PlayStation. And I just don't know if it has what it takes. We've talked about that on our last episode. If you haven't listened, go listen.
Yeah, I think the basic rundown is that they can afford to do it because they have exclusives that people will pay for it. So there's no other way to get those games. But yeah, back to the AAA game conversation. I'm gonna disagree and say that they're dead, but I do think there is like a massive market shift towards indie games, and also
100%.
The other big thing is that a lot of games now are free with just a lot of in-game purchases. Obviously, you have Fortnite, you have Warzone, you have Apex Legends, you have Rivals, Overwatch. All these games are free to play, but then obviously you have in-game skins and battle passes, which, to be fair, you don't have to buy any of those.
You don't have to buy them.
In most of the games, I don't think they give you any advantages. Like, sometimes they do, like in Call of Duty, like in the battle pass, there'll be like maybe a weapon variant you can get that may be better, but a lot of times you can earn that just by playing the game. You just have to play it a fuck ton.
Yeah.
But it's not
I know
like
Marvel Rivals, it's just like cosmetics. It's like skins.
Yeah, exactly, which is not too bad at all. I think there was a period in like the mid to late 2010s where in-game purchases did genuinely help you in the game. Like I remember BO3 and IW and Advanced Warfare as well, specifically Advanced Warfare Call of Duty. There was a new system that never came back, thank God. It was weapon variants that gave the weapons different stats. So like you'd have like accuracy, damage, range, recoil, fire rate as like different stats.
Yeah.
And you'd get like 10 different versions of each weapon that like, say you have the AK-47, but this version has much higher damage and much lower recoil. And the only way you can get that is by buying loot boxes.
Oh.
And it was like a big thing because there was, especially in the sniping community, there was a very infamous sniper called the Moore's Quick Shot. And the quick shot was the exact same as the regular one, except the fire rate was like way quicker. And everyone wanted it. And like Jev, who's a very famous COD YouTuber, spent thousands, probably tens of thousands of dollars trying to get it, and he never did. And he finally got it, I think, like a year ago. Advanced Warfare came out in like 2015.
Wow. So
thank God we're past that era of gaming, because that was horrendous.
See, That's crazy that not only do you have to pay for a better gun, you can't even guarantee it.
No.
You have to random chance get it.
Yeah, BO3 was also a really bad one. In BO3, they added a lot of really cool special weapons. Like there was the Shadow Claw, which was kind of like this pistol crossbow type thing. There was a lot of like cool weapons that came back from past CODs into this one, and you could only get them through supply boxes, and there was no way to guarantee it, like at all. Which really sucks.
Terrible.
Now on the new CODs, it's a lot better because you can like unlock them with challenges, or they're in the battle pass, which usually the weapons, at least in the battle pass, are free as long as you grind up to them.
Yeah.
So that's good. But I mean, yeah, with AAA games, a lot of AAA games have gone free, and then the ones that haven't, there's like this whole talk around like, is it even worth buying because they're so expensive now?
I think we will hit a point where like, and I think we almost maybe have hit a point where like, if those AAA games aren't really good, people just won't buy them.
Yeah.
Like, and I remember us talking about all the big games that came out last year, and we were like, outside of Rivals, we sat there and we were like, I don't think we got any of the games in 2024. Like Pal World came out, but that
indie.
God, I played that.
It was indie. It's not.
And that was indie.
AAA game.
Helldivers was a big game. I don't think that's AAA.
Astrobot was a big one. It didn't get it, but it did actually look very good. Elden Ring DLC. It's a DLC, so I'm not really going to count that either.
DLC, I don't necessarily count
There was
it.
Silent Hill 2. There was Metaphor ReFantasio, which I've heard good things, but didn't. Yeah, I didn't get any of the games last year, pretty much, bar Black Ops 6.
No.
Interesting, yeah. And like the years before, I think at the moment, I pretty much only buy like one AAA game a year, I think. Because like this year I bought...
Pretty much.
This year I bought Monster Hunter Wilds. Last year I got Shadow of the Erdtree, which was like close to full game price. Year before that I got Baldur's Gate 3. Year before that I got Elden Ring. It's only like one a year, really. Like I get Call of Duty every year, or like FIFA.
Sure.
Yeah, no. I think most of the games I buy nowadays are like smaller indie games or like old games that are on sale. That's like pretty much the extent of it.
I mean, when I play multiplayer games, at this point, I'm playing mostly free games or cheap games because there are enough indie developers out there that are making really fun Steam games that cost like 10, 20 bucks.
Yep.
And if I'm playing with friends, they're usually incredibly fun. I mean, I have a ton of coworkers that started playing Repo. I know you got it. I might get him. Hell, we should probably play at some point. I really like Deep Rock Galactic.
Yep.
That's a really fun like indie multiplayer game.
Phasmophobia is another one.
Phasmophobia is really fun.
Even Minecraft. Minecraft to this day still only costs like $10 or $15.
Yeah, it's not expensive.
Terraria, Hollow Knight, Overcooked.
Like
It Takes Two. Like there's so many.
There's a billion, and honestly, a lot of times they're better. They might. There are areas where you can see that they're not, that they are indie games, but like It Takes Two is incredibly fun.
Thing is, with indie games,
like
at least from
$15.
what I've seen, the main difference between an indie game and a AAA game is just like the size of it. The quality is usually on par because indie developers care, like they're much more passionate about each individual project because it reflects on them directly. Whereas a big studio like Ubisoft or Activision, no one of the individual employees is going to be getting flamed for the game. It's just going to be the studio. So if it doesn't, if they don't put their heart and soul into it, it doesn't matter as much. And also, like, how much of your heart and soul can you really put into, like if you're a developer for Assassin's Creed Shadows and your whole job is to create the pathways, I mean, like, I'm sure it's cool and all, but like compared to like an indie developer of a team of like 10, where it's like everyone plays a really big role in this game, you're going to end up caring a lot more about it. It's like your baby, it's your child.
Exactly.
So yeah, I don't know if
I also think
AAA games will die. Well, actually, no, one thing I will say.
Not die. I don't think they'll die.
This is actually a point
bad AAA games might die.
This is a point we haven't brought up yet about this, is that most big games, like most like Game of the Year contenders and like really big games, are all sequels or remakes nowadays. We barely get any new AAA games.
That was the second point I was going to get. And it actually is, we won't segue yet, but it's a good segue into our second topic of the day. Is a lot of these AAA games know that they can just use well-known IP and get away with not putting that much effort. Ubisoft has been making Assassin's Creed. What are they on, like their 10th one?
Yeah. I have heard that this new one is actually quite good in the compared to the past few,
Sure.
but it's still the same formula, same shebang,
Yeah.
shaboom, shabi. It's not very different. It's not very unique. Like even like Elden Ring, probably the biggest game of the 2020 so far, I'd argue.
Yeah.
And I love Elden Ring, but it is pretty much a copy paste of Dark Souls in the open world. Like
Yeah.
all the systems are pretty much exactly the same. Like the whole like flask system, the weapons, the upgrades are all very similar with some obviously additions and slight changes. A lot of the bosses use similar move sets. The lore and story, even though it's written by George R. R. Martin, it still has a lot of very Dark Soul-y elements. Like I haven't played the other games, but I've watched playthroughs. I'm like, oh shit, this is extremely similar to Elden Ring. Like it's almost like verbatim one-to-one at some points.
I think there's a character that spans like all the Dark Souls games
Patches.
that is also in. Yeah, he's also in
But like,
Elden Ring.
I'm gonna get this wrong, but like in Dark Souls 3, you play a person who's trying to restore like the sacred flame or the flame or something, and you have a flame maiden that's guiding you. Kind of sounds like restoring the Elden Ring and having a ring maiden guide you. I don't know. It's kind of similar. And I'm not hating on it. I think the story's great nonetheless, but it is the fact that like most of the big IPs recently have just been remakes, remasters, continuations. Baldur's Gate 3, incredible game. Not super.
It is
like,
Baldur's Gate 3.
It's 3. Obviously, it's a very different game. It's like hundreds of years in the future, different systems and all that, but it's still Baldur's Gate 3. Obviously, Call of Duty, FIFA speak for themselves. Monster Hunter is a continuation. Power World, while unique and an indie game, it still is kind of like a Pokemon survival game. You got, I could go on. Like, when was the last
I'm gonna go through the list
big
here for
new
you.
game?
Okay,
I can't actually think. I genuinely don't know what the last big one was.
So Astrobot came out last year. I think that is original.
I think I think there's been Astrobot
No. Following Astro's Playroom, it is the 5th overall installment in the Astrobot series.
5th, okay.
2024. 2023, Baldur's Gate 3. 2022, Elden Ring. 2021, It Takes Two. Wow, that won.
Yep.
I actually think that is an original.
It is original, but it's
game.
indie, so we won't even worry. Like, I want to see
it's indie, so it doesn't
the
count
last
for
original big game, which The Last of Us has to be it, right?
The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah. But I mean, part 1 has got to be the last one.
Yeah, I'm still going through. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
That's kind of okay. I will give it to him. Sekiro is very unique.
Yeah,
it still is kind of a Dark Souls type game. I don't know. I'd say I'd be willing to give
software,
it. Yeah, I'd be willing to give it a Dark Souls being unique enough.
Then we go through this. God of War. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
Overwatch is original. I'm not giving Blizzard any credit.
Yep. It's a hero shooter. It's not that unique.
Yeah. Witcher 3, Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't know why it's not going back any further.
What year are you at for Dragon Age?
2014.
2013 was GTA 5. 2012, I'm not sure.
Okay,
2011 was
I got a better list.
2011 was
I got a better list
Skyrim.
for you. Maybe I don't have. Oh, this is BAFTAs.
Basically,
check. Okay.
None of them are original. What would 2012 be? Huh.
So I don't know what list this is going. Okay, so Game Developers Choice Awards. Maybe that's what we're looking for. That seems to.
2012 was Dishonored. Sorry, 2013. No, this is not it. This is not right.
I found it. It's that there's multiple lists.
Yeah, this is BAFTA as well. What the fuck?
So
I don't want BAFTAs. The Game Awards. Oh, the Game Awards started in 2014. That's why it says that.
It said the Game Awards themselves started in 2014. Going off the BAFTAs, it's kind of not similar. Actually, they have better. Put Outer Wilds at 2019. That's a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Indie game.
I mean, basically, like 2012 was something random. Then 2011 Skyrim. Again, a bar Sekiro and The Last of Us 1. They're all pretty much remakes, remasters, continuations to some degree.
Yeah. Or indie games. It's like, so Dishonored, Portal 2, Mass Effect 2, Batman Arkham Asylum, Super Mario Galaxy, original BioShock. Give them that. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, long ass name. Half-Life 2, Call of Duty, although I think that's the original Call of Duty. So we can give him credit for that.
Which year is that?
2003.
Yeah, probably.
It just says Call of Duty, so I'm assuming it's Yeah, it's the original. It's a lot of sequels, and look, I mean, you can say the same thing with like movies. Like a lot of big movies are like that. And those, you know, the kind of blockbuster movie tends to be a sequel.
I mean, all the Avengers, Avatar 2. You got Frozen 2. They're probably working on a second Minecraft movie already, seemingly.
I'm sure they are. I would just be curious, I guess kind of maybe sum it up is like, I think if I'm going to spend $20 on a game, I want to spend like maybe 20 hours on it. Ish. I don't love the perfect like 1 hour to $1 spent.
Yeah,
but like,
because I've brought this up before.
Roughly speaking,
and it's
roughly speaking,
because you also got to think about like the quality of a game. Because like you can spend hundreds of hours on Call of Duty Warzone, but compared to something like The Last of Us in terms of just like storytelling quality or writing, it's obviously very different. But I do think
it's a higher quality per minute.
I do think for a very rough calculation, the 1 hour to $1 is not a terrible way to look at gaming. Because like, if you paid $80 for The Witcher 3, you're probably going to get 80 hours out of it. Same with Skyrim, back in the day. Same with Monster Hunter Wilds, same with Elden Ring. Whereas $100 on Last of Us 1 and 2, I don't know. Now?
That's a lot. I know, especially after it's come out. There's a lot of games where, and this is where you go back where you're like, I think I've only bought one a year. I think I only buy one a year because, I mean, I play video games, but I don't play that often. I also watch TV and I read comics and I go out and I do, you know, I vary what I do. And when it comes to gaming, 80 hours will take me quite a while.
Yeah. And also we've gotten to the point like now where a lot of the games we play are just games that we already own and have loved for time. Like I'm still playing Minecraft a lot. I'm still playing GTA. Obviously it's my job, but you know, still playing GTA a lot, still play COD. All these games I've owned for years and they take up some of the time. It's not like I'm always just playing new games all the time. So I don't buy them all the time.
I don't know the last game that I bought.
Last game I bought was like Repo, which is an indie game I play with friends for a little bit. I haven't bought like I think Monster Hunter Wilds was the last big one I bought. And even that I haven't finished. I've played 8.8 hours of Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah.
And I've really enjoyed it, but I've only played 8 hours.
What's the last? I think I played Baldur's Gate 3. Might have been the last like really expensive game I bought. I'm probably forgetting something, but like,
Repo, which cost me $10 versus Monster Hunter Wilds, which cost me 110 Australian or 100. I have 6.6 hours on Repo, 8.8 on Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah,
it's a crazy difference.
I mean, the games I've been playing have been Marvel Rivals free and Pokemon Black and White on my DS. I bought that I don't know, like 15 years ago. Like, and I have, and this goes back to like our physical content conversation. I pulled out my chest with all my DS games. I got some good ones in there. I got a lot of content to play through.
Banger.
On my DS again. Yeah, I found Super Mario. Like I found Super Mario 64. I found new Super Mario Bros. Yoshi Island. And a bunch of I had a decent amount of Mario. I have no Sonic. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll find a Sonic game. The problem is like you try to buy a Nintendo like a DS game nowadays and they're like $100.
Yeah. A last point on like the AAA system. I wonder, because it happens with the Game Pass a little bit, and if you have PS Plus, you can get free monthly games. I wonder if we'll get to a point where instead of buying individual games, sort of like how it happened to movies, we just get a subscription services for streaming, quote unquote. And if you pay for the streaming service, gaming streaming service, you have access to this library of games. But if you stop paying, they're all gone. I would not be shocked if that happens very soon. Because again, it's happened with the Xbox Game Pass.
It's kind of getting there.
It's happening with PlayStation Plus to a degree.
PlayStation's doing it. I don't know. I feel different about it than like streaming. I want to own my games.
Well, at least for the most part. Companies don't want you to.
Well, that's true. I will be curious if we hit this point where bigger companies realize they can't put all their games out at $80 a game and they actually start dropping prices. I don't think it'll happen.
No.
Honestly, they might just be making less games and we'll just see more indie developers make games. But like, I mean, let me go into my Steam library. I'll tell you what's downloaded right now. Okay, it's not much. I don't have a whole lot of games downloaded on here. Deep Rock's downloaded. Risk of Rain is downloaded. Bloons Tower Defense 6. Broforce. Civ 5. And I have Wingspan downloaded. I mean, Civ 5 is probably the biggest game on that list.
Yeah. Also, I saw Wingspan, the actual board game, in a shop the other day.
You should get it. It's really fun.
Well, it wasn't a shop. It was like a coffee shop that had board games there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But games I've downloaded: Baldur's Gate 3, Bloons Tower Defense, Gang Beasts, GTA, Marvel Rivals, Monster Hunter Wilds, RuneScape, Phasmophobia, Repo. And that's like what 8 out of the 68 games I have.
Yeah, and I know, and I was like, I have a ton of games on there. I kind of wonder if, like, I don't know, we're gonna see less of them come out. I mean, again, I don't really remember any of the games that came out.
I already feel like there's less big games coming out than there was 10 years ago. If you type in video games released in 2023 versus either 2013 or 2011, the 2011 year was stacked.
2011 was such a good year.
Skyrim, Portal 2, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Batman Arkham City, Uncharted 3, Gears of War 3, Battlefield 3, Dead Space 2, LA Noire, Modern Warfare 3, Saints Row the Third, a lot of threes for some reason. Assassin's Creed Revelations, The Witcher 2, Dragon Age 2, Dark Souls 1, Infamous 2, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, Sonic Generations, Dead Island. This year is Terraria. This year is stacked beyond belief. And you go to 2023 and it's like, you got Baldur's Gate. What else? I can't even think. Baldur's Gate, Starfield.
Let's see what 2023.
Alan Wake
Starfield,
2.
Bad game. Tears of the Kingdom, good game. Alan Wake 2, Diablo 4.
It's still a good year.
Final Fantasy 16.
Actually, 2023. 16, no. 2023 actually does have quite a few good games, but compared to 2011,
last year wasn't.
I don't think it's as good as 2011.
2024 is pretty rough. There's a Prince of Persia game. I didn't even know that came out. Stellar Blade, didn't know about that. Indiana Jones. I don't know. I've heard good things. Heard Dragon's Dogma 2 is good. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth remake doesn't count.
Yep. Well, that's 2024. Let's look at 10 years earlier.
Yeah.
You got Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, Far Cry 4, Dragon Age, Inquisition,
good game.
South Park: The Stick of Truth,
Order.
Wolfenstein,
Alien Isolation, fantastic game.
Dark Souls 2, Advanced Warfare: The Evil Within, Assassin's Creed Unity, Watch Dogs, The Last of Us Left Behind DLC, Sunset Overdrive, Divinity: Original Sin, Infamous Second Son. I just feel like there's a lot less big games coming out now. Maybe it's just because it's not the games we're into necessarily. We've also gotten a lot more games nowadays that are like an Overwatch, like a Rivals, that come out one year and just get updates forever. I feel like there's a lot more of that, like Call of Duty. You get that with Warzone. Minecraft, you obviously have that, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happened to the gaming industry. I think they've I don't know. I think they've done some weird stuff.
I don't think it would happen, but I would be very curious to see if game companies actually shifted how much their game costs to buy, honestly, depending on what they thought it was worth, which is what indie games do. A lot of smaller games on Steam will range between like $10 and $30. But I feel like there's no $40 or $50 games, you know?
No.
Like, after that point, you're like, fuck it, it's $60. And at this point, we're leaning into 70, and then now Nintendo's leading us into 80. Like, I don't know. I don't personally see a need to buy a whole lot of like AAA games, because if I'm spending $80, I want to love this game, or I want to play the hell out of this game. Whereas it's so easy to get me to buy a $10 game. I could probably buy Repo right now, because you're like, yeah, let's play it, and I might get 10 hours out of it, and I'd be like,
yep,
it's like $10. It's not bad, but like, I feel guilty when I buy like a AAA game. I feel guilty I haven't like really played that much of Baldur's Gate 3. So I paid full price for it, and I know it's a great game, but I almost feel like I have to be committed to the game.
Yes.
And you kind of have to make a good game. Like GTA 6 is going to come out. I'm going to buy it. It's going to be fun. It's probably going to be a really good game. Obviously, you're going to buy it because you have to. But you'll probably have a really good time with it, and it'll be really fun. But that's a game that I expect to be worth that amount of money. Don't make me pay $80 for a fucking Mario Kart game.
That's the most egregious one to me. It's not even like... like
It's
I know,
a party game.
Yeah, party games should be no more than $40.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you can get a lot of hours out of it, but that's because you have to replay the shit out of it.
Yep.
Outside of like grinding like wins, which is fine, but I find grinding in a video game, the quality of time is way lower than playing through a good story game for the first time. And yeah, you have all these hours, but it's like, yeah, but they count as like a quarter of the quality because you're just like striving to be a second quicker.
I probably won't agree with you on that because I'm an MMO nerd, but
you love grinding, and that's fair. People do differ.
Yep.
Some people are like, hell yeah, it's worth $80. I was talking to my buddy that loves racing games. He's pissed about Mario Kart. He's like, it's stupid. I don't want to drive in between maps. I don't want fucking open world. It's a Mario Kart game. Just let me drive races.
Well, you can drive between maps in the new one.
Yeah, it's like the Grand Prix are gonna be weird, where you do like in between. I think you just don't stop, or you do stop, but it's like instead of doing 3 laps of a new race, you take essentially 2 laps to drive to it, and then the last lap is the actual map.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. It's like open world, quote unquote.
Sure.
Nintendo's weird.
Yeah, we should probably stop complaining about games. Some of them are good.
We can play.
Just not all of them are worth it. I think we've just gotten to a point where companies are all like, my game's definitely worth this. It's not worth this.
It's not worth it. You're not worth it.
Let's be realistic.
Some of you are. There's like 1 or 2 games a year that are worth it.
Yeah, there's 1 or 2 games a year that should be $70, like an Elden Ring, like a Baldur's Gate, like a GTA 6. All the rest, you can fuck off.
No. Nintendo.
Yeah, mainly Nintendo.
On my shit list right now. On my shit list, Nintendo. Because you also won't drop in price. That's the big thing. Is like, I waited for God of War to be cheaper, and I bought it for like $10. It's great. Nintendo's they're never gonna drop a sale. Their best sales are like slightly off for like an old game. Anyways, the second point of topic, it's honestly kind of similar. It's almost in the similar vein, but it's a slightly different question. The Minecraft movie came out, as we're all aware.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the best movie ever. No, it wasn't. I'm kidding. We both talked about seeing it. I kind of texted you and I was like, if you go see it, I'll go see it. And you're like, I'm not going to go see it.
Well, we were,
Why
but
did
my
you
friend
not go
bailed
see
on us,
it?
so we didn't go see it.
Okay.
We wanted to go see it with him, but he ditched, and then we went to the market and I got this instead. I might go see it still, but it won't be for this podcast. Also, quick segue back to our last topic. I just went on the Nintendo store. This is Australian prices, but Pokemon Scarlet or Violet with the Area Zero DLC. Don't guess how much it is, and this is like a year and a half, maybe even 2 after release. I think.
So it's Australian money.
Yes.
I gotta do the conversion in my head.
I mean, I can put it in US for you if you want.
Nah, do Australian. It's fun like that. 120.
Higher.
150.
Lower.
140.
Lower.
135.
132.
Okay, I was never gonna guess that, so I appreciate it.
So $83 US.
That's stupid.
For a Pokemon game and a small DLC that long after release. Tears of the Kingdom
also,
is still 90 Australian dollars. Animal Crossing New Horizons is still 80 Australian dollars.
That came out in COVID. That's
Smash Bros. Ultimate is still 90 Australian dollars. Minecraft on the Switch is $40.
Bro.
I'm pretty sure you can buy Minecraft on PC for like 15.
Can you really?
I think so.
I think my login's corrupted. Or like I don't have the original password.
That is nuts. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Minecraft movie came out. We talked about seeing it. I know we just kind of didn't. I mean, go watch it if you want. I think it's interesting And again, we're kind of going to talk about a movie we haven't seen, so take a lot of this with a grain of salt.
I've seen a lot of it through TikTok. I've seen most of the important, like, memeable bits, like the fucking chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
I don't really understand why that part's such a hype moment. I do not understand whatsoever. Know. But yeah, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look like a good movie.
I almost think it's done on purpose. I can't really tell. But I feel like they were like, guys, we could just cash in. And like, it's not the first time this happened. We've talked about it with like Mario, Super Mario movies, like whatever. But I feel like this is one where they looked at Jack Black and they're like, just fuck around and just reference things.
Yep.
And this is done really well because it's a big IP. You can always do well on a big IP. But I think it's almost... There are some times where a big IP comes out, people are like, all right, we're hoping it's going to be good. And then it turns out to be just bad, even though they still kind of tried.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets flamed and it doesn't do well. The Uncharted movie did that, where everyone was like, oh, God, like, you're not trying to make a bad movie, but you're making a bad movie. And it didn't do well. I went and watched it. If it wasn't under the Uncharted name, it would have been like an average, like, action like summer movie. Like if you got it for half off, I'd go see it, kind of a thing, but otherwise I wouldn't. However, I almost think the Minecraft movie was like, what if we just make this incredibly like purposely bad and memeable so that kids still like it, because kids will watch anything, and people that like and know Minecraft, honestly people our age and maybe a little younger, go in almost knowing it's bad. Like some people like to go and specifically watch bad movies at a movie theater.
That's what I did with Morbius. I knew it was going to be horrible, but I had to see it.
Yeah, I did. It was bad.
Yeah, but
it was also.
I mean, I do think
funny.
If they actually wanted to make a genuinely good Minecraft movie, you just do it animated, because I don't think it works live action at all. If they were there are so many good stories you could tell with Minecraft. Like even back in the day, this is like when I was like 10, 11, 12, there used to be a Minecraft like pocket app, not official, but like unofficial on iPhone App Store. And in there, it gave you like crafting guides and like builds you can make. But in there was like a fan fiction section that like fans wrote like interesting, unique Minecraft stories.
Yeah.
And they probably weren't good. I was 12 and I didn't know what books were. But like to me, they like there was a lot of interesting like fun stories about like you write a story about Steve, a guy that wakes up in this world with no memory of what happens before. And he has to survive his first night, and he sees these horrible creatures come out, and you could write like a kind of a serious story about this. But instead they went down the route of like, let's just throw in this funny loud man actor, and I love Jack Black, no disrespect to him.
I love Jack Black. I'm sure he's probably entertaining.
All he's done for the past 5 years is just sort of these shit post roles, pretty much. Let's get him in there. Let's get Jason Momoa playing whatever the fuck his character's supposed to be.
I have no idea what his character's supposed to be.
And just let him go ham. And that's all they did. And it like, hey, to give credit to the studio, they know how to make money. It did work. But it's not quality by any means. Like, I think the best example of a video game movie actually making a good movie is Sonic. Like, I haven't seen the recent two, but I saw the first one. It's a good movie. And I've heard really good things about the other two as well. Like, they made a genuinely good film from a beloved IP. And they could have done that with Minecraft as well if they wanted to, but they just went for the meme route instead.
Yep. And I almost wonder if companies will start doing a thing where they're like, if they start to realize that making a movie, like they have an IP, they acquire the IP, they're like, great, we're going to make a movie off this. If they start writing and they realize that it's going to be hard to make something good, if they just go, all right, we're going to specifically not make it good. Because if you get the right advertising with it, the meme factor works.
It will sell tickets, man.
It'll sell tickets.
Like, how long until we get a Fortnite movie that's just a bunch of guys doing emotes and skins, man?
It's just references. I mean, it's possible, and if done quote unquote right, because it's not right in the sense of making a good movie, but like you have to make it memeable without trying too hard or not trying hard enough. But the Minecraft movie, as of today, you know, in the next couple of days, it'll go up from there probably. Worldwide, $552 million.
Yep.
That's in 10 days of it being released.
And it'll be out for a while as well.
It'll be out for a while.
It'll get past a
So-
billion easily.
Yeah, I think it will. Do you think we'll see movies do this? I will also say, I don't know if they did this on purpose, but it almost feels like they knew what they were doing.
I think
and
there's
leaned
two.
into it.
There's three scenarios. One, they did this on purpose. Two, they thought. Two, they thought they were making a serious movie and they actually believe this is serious and they're confused why people are taking the piss out of it. And three, they're people trying to make a serious movie, but they don't know what Minecraft is. Pretty much like old boomer producers trying to make a Minecraft movie
Sure.
without understanding Minecraft, and they just got their kid to say like, "Oh, what's a Minecraft reference we can put in here?" and thought they cooked.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly what they did because like Minecraft's been out for long enough now that there are definitely like produced like probably actual directors that have played the game and like know about it. It came out in like
Oh, yeah.
2010. That's 15 years. Like there are definitely people that
Yeah.
know enough about the game they could have told like
Hopefully someone's played it.
gotten interesting things about it. There's also like there's a Minecraft story mode actual game you can play that's like an actual
Yeah.
story that the Mojang created. So there's stuff they could have gone off easily. But I don't even know, like I haven't seen it yet. The only thing I know the movie's about is people, it's like a typical Jumanji plot. People go into the game
Yeah.
and they fight the nether pigs to save Minecraft or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Sure.
It's not the most interesting plot. I think it would have been a way more, because like, again, I'm speaking from nostalgia of the OG Minecraft. You wake up in a world with nothing around, no villages right at this point, barely any mobs. You were there alone. Nighttime fell and a bunch of creatures were trying to kill you. I think a really interesting Minecraft movie that would have been both popular because it's Minecraft, but also a good watch would have been a man, an unknown actor ideally, because I'm getting sick of seeing actors I know and everything,
Yeah.
wakes up in this world by himself, no memories, doesn't know what to do, and then nighttime comes and all these creatures are trying to kill him. He has to survive the first night, which is a very iconic Minecraft thing. And then you have like a montage of him getting used to the world, building stuff up, and then all of a sudden Alex spawns in, who's like the female Minecraft main character. And then
Yeah.
they start to uncover secrets about the world. They go to the nether. Like that would have been a cooler story. But instead they did the
And
fucking
again-
Jumanji thing.
Yeah. And like you said, animated. Because I think the
Yes.
problem specifically with Minecraft is, and a lot of like video games, is sometimes their art is too stylized for it to translate to the real world.
Yeah.
Minecraft is a thing that is based off of everything being cubes. It just looks stupid in
Yeah.
the real world. I'm glad they just have Jack Black as himself instead of trying to make him a weird block character,
Yeah.
because that is weird. But just animate it. Just make an animated film. Get like popular actors as voice actors. I mean, they did that for Mario.
Yep.
Just get them if you really want. Get Jack Black to play an animated Steve.
Yeah.
Hell, it'll be cheaper because they just have to voice act. They don't have to, like-
We've talked about it in past episodes. I think people still disrespect animation. Look at Spider-Verse,
Yeah.
look at Arcane. These shows and movies are fucking incredible and they're all animated and they are really good. You don't necessarily need it to be live action. Now, I think in some ways you can do it, like, again, Sonic works really well. That's like a perfect example. I think
They
in
got
Minecraft,
bullied into making Sonic look better.
yeah, Minecraft, there's probably a way you could do it in live action, but it's very difficult not to make it look weird.
It's weird. Yeah.
Like they could have done a thing where like the movie starts in the real world and they go into the game, but once they're in the game, they become block characters. That could have been
I'd be okay with
a
that.
better way to have done it, maybe. I don't know.
To become animated. Kind of like a Ella Enchanted.
Yeah.
Or is it just Enchanted?
I don't know.
That movie?
Enchanted, maybe.
She starts out animated and she goes out and it's Rachel Adams. I think it's just Enchanted. Movie. Yeah, it's just Enchanted. I don't know why I wanted to be Ella Enchanted.
That's another movie.
Maybe that's a second. Anyways.
That's a
doesn't
movie with
matter.
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, either way, like, yeah, I don't.
Shit movies on purpose.
I'm
I
thinking
mean,
of
I could
just
definitely
Enchanted.
see it happening.
Yeah, shoot movies on purpose. I don't. You can only do it so often because people will eventually catch on.
I don't think people will care though. I think that's kind of part of the joke.
Yeah.
Like, I think
Yeah.
part of it stems from the modern like brain rot meme culture of taking everything so unserious they don't even give a shit anymore. And the
True.
more people that are growing up with that sort of mentality and like understanding of media, like again, the generation that grew up thinking Skibbity Toilet was the funniest thing ever is going to continue to find stuff in that realm funny for at least another 5 to 10 years, I'm sure.
Yeah, they probably will. Side note, I sent Dan a picture of this. I went to the store the other day and I saw an action figure for Skibbity Toilet.
Yep.
That is real. That is not a lie. You can look it up and it sucks and I hate it. Just to put that into everyone's brains that's a real thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be curious. I don't know how many IPs they could do it with is the thing.
Oh, it's going to be like Minecraft, Minecraft 2. They could do it with Fortnite for sure. They can do a Skibbity Toilet movie for sure.
Roblox? Is that big enough?
Oh, it's definitely big enough. The only issue with Roblox is that Roblox is kind of like, it's not one game. It's like, it's more of like a software that you make games in now. It's like you wouldn't have a Roblox game, but you'd have like a Dress to Impress game. Or you'd have like like one of the other Roblox game modes.
Never played it. Yeah. I don't know. I'd be curious. I mean, so easy to make bad content these days. And we bitch about bad content. There's so much good stuff out there. I mean, and we talk about that as well, but like, it just makes me curious if they go, oh, this is something we did for the Minecraft movie. What if we did this again with something else? Or Minecraft movie 2.
Well, that's already in plans. Again, you stay off Twitter. They've already said like Warner Bros that made it? They're already in talks to make a Minecraft movie 2 after the success.
What do you do with that though?
I don't know. So I don't know what the movie ended.
I don't know what you did with the first movie, but
Chad,
they teased Alex.
If Hollywood executives think there's a way to make money, they will make it work somehow. It just will happen.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I need to stop thinking logically. That's stupid of me.
Like, you can think a franchise ended and it will just keep going. Why do you think... What's the doctor show that's been going on for 24 seasons at this point? Grey's Anatomy?
Grey's Anatomy? Well, that's peak content.
Yeah.
I don't know. That feels a little different.
I mean, but like, again, it should have ended, but it just keeps fucking going.
Sure.
Or like Transformers, Fast and Furious. Like, they don't need to go on for this long.
No, they don't. That's true. I don't know. I feel like they almost serve like a guilty pleasure kind of purpose rather than.
Well, that's what the Minecraft movie is as well for a lot of people. It's not. I don't know about guilty pleasure, but like, yeah, you're not watching it. No one our age is going to watch the Minecraft movie expecting a good quality experience. They're going there to laugh and make fun of it being like like reference there, haha, funny. This is Jack Black singing again. Whoa. And like, hey, I'll watch it. I'll probably enjoy it, have a good time. But it isn't cinema.
True. I also wonder if like big IPs have seen how Marvel's been doing lately. Like Marvel had a stint where they were doing really, really well. They were putting out a lot of good movies. Everyone's loving their stuff. Endgame ended. They kind of lost their direction. Not all of the stuff was as good as it was. And people like abandoned Marvel. There's still plenty of people who are going to go out and watch Marvel movies and get excited. But like people like shit on Marvel. They abandoned it. They were like, I don't care. I don't want to watch any of this anymore. I watch a lot of it because it's just the stuff I like. And it's like, it's good enough. It is worse, but like, I almost wonder if some big IPs saw how poorly Marvel did and went, oh man, they were trying to be good and they weren't. What if we just didn't try to be good? And then when you're like, oh man, it's not good, you're like, we weren't trying, and then no one really cares. Well, because people shit on the Minecraft movie for, I don't know, a month, and then they'll get over it.
Yeah, this is a topic we can't really talk about in super depth because you don't know it, but like a good example of this whole idea of like creating shows that are like shit post / easy for money and views is in the anime world. There's a lot of like repeats of like the isekai genre, which is the another world genre. Someone dies, gets transported to a fantasy world, and then suddenly they're super overpowered. They're fucking level 10,000. They can kill everyone and get all the women. And every single show, there's a few exceptions that are really good, but a lot of them are like copy paste. Like, this teenager loser that has no friends or girlfriend dies, and in this other world, he has a harem of beautiful girls that all want to get with him. It's like the same plot over and over and over again. Same with a lot of romances in anime. It's like, oh, you're not actually blood related, now date. There's too many of those. And it's like the same slop. It's basically just slop media. That's what Minecraft movie is. That's what a lot of YouTube content is nowadays. I was looking for editors recently because I'm editing my own content. It's getting tiring. And a lot of editors just do the same sort of like quick sound effect, zoom, buzzword, funny image, funny meme in the first like 30 seconds of the video. It's the same style for every single one of them. Like, you guys have no personality at all. It's the same slop. Every half a millisecond there has to be a new effect on the screen to keep the fucking 5-year-old TikTok brain locked in. I'm like, this isn't I don't want this.
Constant stimulus.
Yeah, like I get a few people like DM me or like email me saying like, hey, I may want to edit for you. Here's like a video I've done. And like by 6 seconds in, I'm like, no, I can't. There's too much going on. I know you can like not do that style, but you're so locked in on this.
Sure.
Well, like one of the emails I got was literally like, hey, I think your editing is quite lacking. You could do with a bunch more sound effects and visual stimuli within the first seconds of the video for audience retention. I'm like, I don't want it. Please no.
I like the form of advertising that they're pitching themselves to you by saying you suck.
Yeah, no,
essentially,
it's surprising how much they do it. It's like, your editing is shit. Let me do it better. I'm like, what the fuck? I've spent time on this shit. What do you mean?
We got a comment like that one day. We got a comment on our podcast one day that we didn't respond because we kind of thought it was not bait, but probably someone just trying to sell themselves, because they kind of were, where they were like, hey, I've noticed that like you don't get good audience retention or something like that, because they're like, well, you guys aren't using the algorithm correctly. If you hit me up, I can help you do that. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yep.
Maybe you do have some vast knowledge that could be helpful to us, but I don't know, it just seems like a scam.
Yeah, well, the funniest thing, especially with like editors coming to me saying like my editing shit, it's like, I've built like a multi-100,000 subscriber YouTube channel with my editing, so it's clearly not that bad.
Clearly
like
you're doing something.
It's working to some degree. If it was really that shit, no one would watch. Now, I understand, obviously everything can be improved, but coming to my channel and being like, yo, your videos suck fucking ass, kid, let me help. I'm like, why would you want to help in the first place? Like, if you like, oh no,
Coach,
it's funny.
You don't know any tactics. Put me in. I'll win the game for you. You suck it, but you're up like 10 points.
Yep.
And you're like, well, I'm already winning. And they're like, nah, man, you guys are losing right now. No, the scoreboard says we're winning. Nah, man, you gotta put me in. Shut up, dude. Get out of here. Yeah. Yeah, people are weird. People are weird. Yeah, no. I mean, and here's the deal. We talk about all the slop. There's always gems.
Of course.
They're a little hidden, but there's always gems. Mickey 17 I saw recently, I thought that was really good.
Severance, incredible.
Severance, really good. A lot of really good TV right now, honestly. I'm really enjoying Daredevil, Born Again. Next episode comes out tomorrow. It'll be out by the time this video's out. I'm really excited. I've been enjoying it a lot. Some people shit on it, but those are like kind of the diehard like Netflix Daredevil fans. They're like, it's not exactly the same. I hate this, and it's like,
yeah,
it's never gonna be.
There's a new Chinese anime airing at the moment called To Be Hero X. It's really cool because it changes between 3D and 2D animation, like in fight scenes.
That's cool.
I'm like, this is really sick.
Oh, that's sweet.
Like, and it's really well done.
Yeah.
There's always good stuff coming out.
Invincible came out. Last of Us is coming out right now. I'm sure that'll be good.
I mean, a lot of the bad stuff just seeps to the top of the surface because it's easy to make fun of and people talk about it a lot more.
Yeah.
I mean, Black Mirror.
Some of the bad stuff is honestly.
I was gonna say Black Mirror is coming out at the moment, and similar to stuff we were talking about before, like people getting sick of Black Mirror because they always just use A-list celebrities now, and a lot of the topics aren't relevant. Like I think episode 1 of season 7 is literally a episode which talks about subscription services getting more expensive but getting progressively worse. And it's so funny that Netflix is the one making the show because that is literally them. I don't know if it's ironic on purpose or what.
Do you think they just didn't watch it? They're like, yeah, you guys have 6 seasons. Just put whatever you want on there.
Might be, honestly. I would not be shocked.
Who knows? I mean, I don't know. Netflix could also be like, yeah, we know what we're doing. We'll let you we'll let you help us make money by watching a video talking about how bad we are. Essentially, or a show, telling you how bad you are. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the slop also, I mean, there's plenty of bad stuff that we never see, but like, it's so easy for someone to just have a bunch of money, obtain an IP, and put no effort into a movie, advertise the shit out of it, and then put it out and still make money. And that's the other thing is like, you get a lot of bad stuff from really known IP because they're just throwing money around, not necessarily creativity. And again, I don't ever really give shade to like individual people working in the industry because a lot of times they're just not given enough time or, materials or content.
Well,
so like I'm never.
This is a thing that happened with like the Witcher TV show. Like the director had a bunch of money and time, and she was like, "No, I don't want to read the original source material. I'm gonna do my own shit and completely ruin the franchise."
Which is wild, and why Henry Cavill left. Good for him.
Yep. I mean, it's the unfortunate reality, but it's like the benefit of people taking a known and established IP is that they can afford to be lazy and still make money. And at the end of the day, as long as you're making money, a lot of people don't really care. That's why you don't have to try super hard with Minecraft. That's why you don't have to try. Maybe that's what was happening with Sonic. Initially, maybe they're like, fuck it, this design looks bad, but it's Sonic. We'll just put it out. And then everyone thankfully retaliated and they changed. Like, I don't know.
And Jim Carrey is just a god. I mean, he said he wouldn't come out to act again unless he got a golden script, and he only has done Sonic in the last like 5 years.
Love that for him.
Or so. So, clearly they're doing something right.
Well, if you're still listening, let us know in the comments what your thoughts are on AAA gaming. What games have you bought recently that were over like $20? Because we haven't bought many, and I don't know how many we'll be buying in the future. For me, it's going to be GTA, and that's probably about it.
Yep. I mean, everyone I talk to at work that plays video games, they're all buying like, they're buying Repo, they're buying, I don't know, they're playing multiplayer game. They're not. I haven't heard anyone talk about a recent AAA game. I honestly can't think of the most recent AAA game.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, that.
That's it.
I was never gonna buy that.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Oh well. Good place to end it.
Yeah, good place to end it, I would say. We could ask the viewer if they think it's a good place to end it, but just like we leave some silence in there so they can answer. And if they don't answer, then they just have to listen to our silence.
That's a great idea. Let's do that.
Yeah. Is this a good place to end it? Insert name here. I think that's long enough silence.
Yeah, okay.
Really make them ponder their life.
They've probably clicked off by now. We should just end it.
They probably clicked off by now. We should just end it. All right. Bye, Dan.
It's just me. Okay, thanks. Bye, Chad.
Bye.